Our Moments That Matter today takes us back to 1922. That was a year when the country was still segregated and women had only had the right to vote for 2 years. But it was also the year that Bertha Whedbee would decide that Louisville needed change and step into a brand new role, not only for herself, but for the community.
This lady was tough. I said that's why I'd love to go back and look at that picture, because you just go, I don't think I want to mess with her. I think she'd keep everybody in line.
Bertha Whedbee was a wife, mother, and kindergarten teacher in her late 30s when she changed career paths after a heated discussion with Louisville's then police chief.
Apparently she was mad at him that she got brought into the police station because her son, who was, I think he was about 17, had acted up.
Demanding change, she lobbied for a job.
Just envision her walking in and going, you need to hire me. You need me. And I just kind of envisioned her doing that, and probably the police chief going, yes, ma'am.
In March of 1922, Whedbee was appointed as the department's first black female officer. She joined only one other woman hired months before, both positions that dealt mostly with troubled young girls of their own race.
They were considered full police officers, which was a little different than a few years later when they hired women as traffic officers.
A lawyer by trade with a passion for history, Shawn Herron began researching Whedbee, eager to learn more about her.
I went out to Louisville Cemetery, which is where she's buried, out by St. X on Poplar Level Road.
It wasn't easy to find her, but when she did,
there's no stone.
About a dozen plots away lay her husband, Dr. Ellis Whedbee, a power couple who made their mark on this town with no markings to show it. Herron wrote about the Whedbees in a blog, and shortly after, a reader took note. A fundraiser was created to buy a headstone for the couple, and in 2018, a ceremony was held at Officer Whedbee's gravesite to mark the occasion.
I was fortunate to be able to take part in a ceremony out at the cemetery where they unveiled her headstone. And so you talk about emotional, that was pretty emotional. To know that I was standing at the gravesite next to a trailblazer who made it possible for me, quite frankly, to be here where I am today.
Major Andrea Brown with the 8th Division says each new hire is progress in a world of equality the Whedbees could only have dreamed.
A lot's changing, and women, we're there, we're doing it, absolutely doing it.
Paving the way for future generations, remembering the moments that matter.
Got to go back and remember these things, because if we don't, they're gone.
In Louisville, Brooke Hash, WHAS 11 News.